I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Uh-oh, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I'm messing up. I'm messing up. There we go. Now, yeah, I messed that up. Wasn't paying attention. But anyway, I'm here. So I remember back last year around September, Super Sly 75, shout out to him. Uh they were talking about a bill where uh Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, vetoed a bill that was passed in the California um, legislature, and it was going to say making social media companies liable what goes on channels. So, and the reason why Super Sly, I agree with Super Sly 75 because me and him had uh, a problem with a couple of YouTubers, content creators on here. One of them was Cynthia G. When she did her little "Who Choose Better" series, where she target interracial couples. That was one, and then there was a guy who Super Sly and I do also have a problem with. I ain't gonna mention his name. Some of y'all might know who he is. He's Manosphere. He's a guy that touched a 12-year-old white girl and he blaming on black women. Talking about, if you know who I'm talking about, I ain't gonna say his name, but y'all know who I'm referring to. So anyway, so I'm for that bill to be passed, but yet the governor of California did not do that. Well, anyway, come to find out, you know, I see you standing across. I was going with you. Stanley, I ain't like what I didn't like what you did to Queen Sun Kiss. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Anyway, let's get right back to it. So recently, Google, as in YouTube, and Facebook, Meta, um, lost a landmark lawsuit. And even though it is different than what I alluded to earlier, it's going to open up floodgates, if you will. It's going to open up a floodgates of other lawsuits. And I was watching John Campea channel. The link of his channel is in the description box. I will not play his channel over here, but yet even he acknowledged there's 10,000 other lawsuits by school districts and parents coming after all social media platforms because of bullying, the promotion of hate groups, manosphere. Yeah, all of that. So yeah, so this is going to be a bellwether lawsuit, which is going to start other lawsuits. So anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's play this real quick.
Good afternoon. I'm Meg Oliver. We continue with our breaking news coverage out of Los Angeles, where a jury found tech giants Meta and Google liable for failing to warn its users about the dangers of their social media platforms. The jury voted to award $3 million in damages, with Meta responsible for 70% of that and YouTube on the hook for the remaining 30%. The 6-week trial has featured high-profile witnesses, including Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta Platforms, Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, and Christos Goodrow, the vice president of engineering at YouTube. Jurors also heard from the lead plaintiff, a 20-year-old woman identified as KGM, along with her therapist, whistleblowers, and experts on social media addiction. She says she became hooked on YouTube at 6 and Instagram at 9, and that was by age 10. She was struggling with depression.
Okay, let me go ahead and say this real quick, right? At some point, and I know it's gonna sound hypocritical what I'm about to say, but at the same time, you got to look at this from a personal responsibility perspective. The issue what I have thus far is the lack of of what it seems to be parenting in some of these cases. Now I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm surmising. You know, keep it moving.
Isolation and self-harm. The landmark decision comes after Meta was found liable in a separate case over child sexual exploitation on its platforms in New Mexico. The jury ruled Tuesday the company violated state law by failing to warn users about the dangers of its platforms and protect children from sexual predators.
Right. I'm glad though, because we gotta in this sector, YouTube, we got about 10 men in this sector YouTube who are predators. Now I already mentioned the one guy already who got with a 12-year-old white girl, and then he's attacking black women over it. You got one guy on this platform who some of us come to know who took the box from an handicapped woman, believe it or not. Then we got people who make video after video after video trying to justify lowering the age of consent. And I believe the people like that are a danger to those to minors. So anyway, let's keep it moving. And YouTube had not done anything about that. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
Meta was ordered to pay $375 million in damages. The company plans to appeal the decision. We want to bring in CBS News senior business and tech correspondent Jolene Kent, who joins us from our Los Angeles bureau. Thanks so much for being with us. I just want to start with, what was the reaction when the verdict was announced?
This is a major moment. I've started to hear from families from all across the country who I've interviewed over the last 15 years, covering the impact of social media on children, young people, and families. And what we're starting to hear is a sense of hope mixed with relief and a sense of, okay, what's next? The idea here is really centered on what the jury has found in Los Angeles. They found that Meta and YouTube are both liable on all charges. And yes, $3 million was decided as the amount that should be awarded in damages to the plaintiff, KGM, who's now 20 years old, as you put earlier, who says she became addicted to these products early on in her life. We have to remember that Meta is a multi-billion-dollar company. This is just a drop in the bucket. But what is the larger point here? This, along with the New Mexico case, could set precedent for the thousands of other cases underway across the country. Multiple other state attorneys general have brought similar cases against Meta, YouTube, Snap, the parent company of Snapchat. This decision and what ultimately comes of it, plus New Mexico, are likely to have a major influence on how those cases proceed in the legal system.
Right,
Now,
right. And that's what I was alluding to earlier. This court case, you know, since these tech giants lost this lawsuit, it is bringing other lawsuits, things that I want to see happen concerning some of these hate groups that in, you know, that's being promoted online. They also go against the community guidelines as well. I mean, you got to force these companies to these companies need to be forced to abide by their community guidelines, more or less. So hopefully in the future, even though I somewhat disagree with this case, because there is a hole, there's this case do have a hole in it, and I think within the next 6 months, though, they might overturn this case, but at the same time, it's going to encourage other lawsuits. Who knows? Anyways, keep moving.
What we know is that there was 8 days of deliberation here in Los Angeles before the jury was able to come to a decision. In New Mexico, it was a 7-week trial about child sexual exploitation on Meta's platforms. And that jury was able to come to a decision in just 1 day, less than 1 day. And so this is an inflection point after years and years of so many parents, young people themselves asking for the federal government, for example, Congress, to provide regulation of these tech giants. That has been a giant failure. At the state level, there has been some minor regulations passed by state legislatures, and yet still these problems persist when it comes to mental health. Meta says in response to the Los Angeles Superior Court case, this decision here, that they are evaluating their legal options right now, and they expect to have more to say as the punitive damages are assessed. But this is a powerful moment for any family who has children on social media, all of the victims who have been impacted by similar issues that KGM brought up in her case before LA.
Let me try. That's another point. I'm trying to see. Wait a minute.
Have said this is probably eventually headed in some consolidated form to the Supreme Court. You also have a major federal case in Oakland coming, a multi-district litigation, and that trial, I believe, is expected to start in June. That it's drawn by these 2 juries. And in the case of the multi-district litigation that's coming later this year, the lawyers there say they look forward to presenting their own evidence of misconduct that they allege that was conducted by Google and Meta, as well as TikTok and Snap. So,
Okay. Let me see. Something else was said too, though.
Especially from Meta. What really would make an impact is losing viewers and potential advertisers. What does that road look like at this point after having this decision come down?
That's a really great question. I don't know the answer to it. We do know that advertising dollars flow very strongly into these social media platforms because that is where people are and that's where they're spending their time. So it will be interesting to see.
But there was another video. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. I see why I slowed down on my. Yeah. Beat up. Yeah. That, see, I told y'all this was going to happen. Now, there's already 10,000 other lawsuits against, against Google. I made my nods at Google. I know Facebook is involved, but yeah, I made my nods at Google for a reason. But though, some people gonna be forced. See, I'm gonna say this too. I think these panels. I think YouTube is gonna rethink about those panels. Okay, some of these panels that Anton be doing. Who was it that did the anti cyberbullying bullying? That was California, V-Dub. That was California, and the law in California did not pass. And that's what I was saying, because Super Sly. No, that was Michelle Obama. Okay. Because Super Sly was favor of that bill that was in California. Even when I read it, I was in favor for it because, yeah, you got some people who should be held accountable. Cynthia G. Oh, you talking about the federal one? Okay. Yeah, Cynthia G should be held responsible for that. Who choose better series, and the whole let's harass interracial couples in stores and homes and in places of worship. Yeah, I'm for it. Yeah, I'm for it. I want to see it happen. It gives some of these Manister nuts up on out here too. I'm for it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get back. No, that was Kamala Harris. Let's just say, Vita. Let's just say, I have written down a list, a legal brief, just in case somebody jump on her ass. I got a legal brief waiting for her. I'll just leave that alone. You know what? I shouldn't even mention it. Let me keep on moving, right? Yeah, because yeah. But anyway, let me get back to where I was at. Like I told some of y'all, I will pay. Well, let me be quiet. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Right. Yeah, the tennis player. That was Kamala Harris talking to that tennis player about some of the men that was harassing her. Let me try to find that video because that did. Let me try to find that video. You know what? Donald Trump probably put that video down because that was a White House website. You know what? Let me get out of here real quick. Hold on, let me try to find it. Let me try to find that video because it was on the White House website, but since Trump became president, he took down some of the uh he took down some of the Biden era stuff down. Oh, let me try to find it. Let me try to find it. Let me try to find it. You know what? Let me. No, you know what? I think I did a video on that. I think I did a video. I did a couple of videos on that. I should have put that on my Rolodex, on my tab. Let me see here. See here. Ooh. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me go in my studio because I know I did a live stream on it. I know I did a live stream on it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, there it was. There it was. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see. Is that the video? Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah. I got it. I got it. Yeah. I think I got it. Let me see here. Let's play it. Let's play it. Let's play it. I'm for it. I'm for it.
Some of who I am. I'm a daughter, a sister, a wife, and I am more than an athlete, more than a label. Yet all that is disregarded when people online seek to harass me and harm me. No matter whether I win or lose, someone online is mad and they will make it known. There have been times when I'm speak today. I'm humbled to share the stage with these incredible survivors, and I'm hopeful that our collective voices can help address this issue. Many of you might first associate me with being a professional tennis player, which of course is my day job, but is not the sum of who I am. I'm a daughter, a sister, a wife, and I am more than an athlete, more than a label. Yet all of that is disregarded when people online seek to harass me and harm me. No matter whether I win or lose, someone online is mad and they will make it known. There have been times when I'm walking off the court after a loss and not even thinking about anything related to tennis, and I'm just worried to see what will be on the other end of my phone because I know what will be waiting for me when I unlock it. People know where I live and everything that I do. I have been harassed and very credibly threatened. I understand that I'm a public figure, so this comes with the scope of my work. But that access and exposure should never come at the expense of my safety. It is so triggering to constantly advocate for myself and relive the trauma of these messages while knowing I'm getting more messages because I'm speaking up. No matter the emojis I block or the filters I put in place.
Right. Now, I ain't gonna be up for very long. But yeah. What I told you, 2026. I told y'all, people really getting tired and fed up with how social media is allowing certain people to get away with things, and hopefully this case will usher into, well, actually already has, or it already has, because I think there's a school in Kentucky or Ohio. I forgot which school, I forgot what state it is, that's suing the social media companies as we speak over the harassment and bullying. As we speak, I forgot what state it is. I have to find that out later on to make sure if my information is right. You know, uh, But yeah, y'all. I'm for it. Yeah, I'm for it. So yeah, let me get off of here. Let me go to my comments. Go to my comments. Um, yeah. Anyway, let me get out of here. Oh. And since we own this on this topic, let me sit and say this real quick, because I'm going to address somebody real quick. I'm gonna address somebody real quick. Just because you said fair use, and you take some of my videos, play it on your channel, and you putting up this 1976 thing, let me help you out. Slandering somebody is not protected by the 1976 Copyright Act. I'm just gonna let you know, right? Because I've been minding my own business. I ain't been talking to any of y'all. I don't even acknowledge you, but my name is still in your mouth. Now, somebody had to tell me. Well, nobody didn't tell me. I went on, I heard through the grapevine, my name is in your mouth all the time, and nobody is talking to you, not even me. Your reading comprehension is that bad, and you supposed to be an educated, well, woman. You supposed to be so educated, which I doubt though you are, because comprehension and context clues is not your strong suit. Slandering people is not protected by Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Anyway, yeah, I have to put that little shot out there, so you can understand that. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep it moving. But yeah. But back to the point. Because this is the age of Trump. This is gonna lead to the downfall of MAGA, which I hope. Because MAGA helped prompted Trump, and the manager helped prompt Trump up to the level, and because they had a history of harassing women and harassing men who are protecting women or in company of women. This will, I think, will allow the end of YouTube, especially promoting hate groups and hate speech. So anyway, let me get out of here. I'll see y'all next time, and thank y'all for watching. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.